Alright. I'm gonna start with Samara's loyalty mission here. I'm going to make sure everything is actually screen capturing right now. Okay. Was this?
It's all right. Just tell me what you need.
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
So is an Ardat Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
They have to choose between prison and death.
It is an addictive condition. Remember how adaptive we are. If Morinth does not want to be cured, she won't be.
To be cured.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
I cannot imagine what this is like for you.
I do not want pity, Shepard. I do not accept it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask, and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
Sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
We need to get on with our mission.
I understand.
Accidentally
Nonetheless, if there is
right-clicked.
time, I would like to go to the Afterlife nightclub on Omega. Help me find my long-lost daughter.
Because when you
And
right-click,
kill her.
boop, it goes back to default.
We'll go find Morinth.
I hope we can go to Omega soon.
I'll think about that.
Of course.
Okay. Let's go do Samara's. Samara.
Jack would like to talk with you, Commander.
Jack has her own planet. I actually don't remember exactly where Miranda's takes place. I want to say Ilum. But I'm not sure on that one. Ah, my nose is itching. So even after we've done all the loyalty missions, we still have a lot of side quests to do. We haven't done like any side quests. And so those are going to basically be a bunch of cleanup streams. Maybe just one. All the side missions are basically just like a couple of rooms with enemies in them. So I can probably crank out most of those pretty rapidly. Tali, we got your loyalty. I think that's your Cerberus one. This is your default, that's your Cerberus. Martin, Garrus. That's your default, that's your... So we need Samara. And not that I think anybody else will have anything to say about this. Jack, I hate your outfit so much.
The daily death count on Omega is too high for me to pinpoint an Ardat Yakshi's location. However, given the reputation of Ardat Yakshi among the Asari, Arya T'Loak may have tracked her movements.
Thank you.
Come on, let me in.
Let's go talk to Arya. And see what she has to say.
One night with Arya. That's all.
What do you need? An Asari fugitive is hiding out here. She's an Ardat Yakshi. We need to find her.
I knew it. Nothing leaves a body quite so empty as an Ardat Yakshi does.
You haven't taken steps to kill her?
Why would I? She hasn't tried to seduce me. Her last victim was a young girl. Pretty thing. Lived in the tenements near here. That's where I start looking.
Thanks for the help. Good luck finding her. Better luck catching her.
Nothing to see here.
I'm gonna take the long way. Just to make sure I didn't miss
Hello
out
again,
on anything.
Commander.
I have to go.
Of course. You must have more important things to do.
I think the only interaction we're really missing out on is Fist. Fist? I like the music in here a lot better.
I got a mate and a ship. Only brought one.
be nothing in here. Like these, I think these Asari just walk back and forth like that. I guess they do like a little dance at the end. Is that the same dance? I don't know. Hey, look, there's Anar in here. I like the low, like, I don't know what is up with these characters in here. But like, let's put models, low poly models in here. And not put like a texture on them.
The attack on the human colony of Freedom's Progress has generated a swift but confused response. Aid vessels have been sent, but it is not clear whether there are survivors. The Council offered its sympathy, but regretted that it could not become involved in a purely human matter. Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make, but whose silhouette strongly
Alright.
Are you here about my daughter? My nephew died a week ago and no one seems to care.
I care.
The medic said it was a brain hemorrhage, but that's not true. It was murder. Someone killed my nephew, my baby.
I think she was murdered too, and I'm looking for her killer.
Oh, thank you. It's so hard when no one believes you. I'm all alone now. Are you one of Arya's people?
I'm here to help. Does it matter who sent me?
No one else on this hellhole station gives a damn that my nephew is dead. If you can do something about it, I'll help you however I can.
Did your daughter have a lot of friends?
Not a lot, no. She was shy. Spent most of her time off making her sculptures, not hanging out with friends. Something did change in the last few weeks, though. She started talking about an Asari. Morinth.
I see.
I didn't like her. She kept dragging Neff out to clubs, and I'm pretty sure she gave my daughter drugs.
What kind of a person was this Morinth?
I never met her. But Neff talked about her like she was a queen. You'd swear there was no one else alive when she talked about Morinth.
That sounds familiar.
Samara, does Morinth control her victims with drugs?
She controls them through sheer will. The drugs are just a lifestyle. She loves the club, loves the base. She's a hedonist.
So this Morinth did hurt my daughter? Is she the one that...
I will bring justice to the one that did this.
We swear to you, Neff will rest easy soon.
I hope so. I hope so. My baby.
Did Neff hang out anywhere in particular?
She was always quiet working here at home. Then, a few weeks ago, she started going out all the time. To the VIP area of that club down the street. I think you need a password or something to get in there. The change was so sudden. She just seemed tired and distracted when she wasn't around Morinth.
What kind of a girl was your daughter?
My nephew had a fire inside her. She was shy, but she was creative and driven and the best girl a mother could hope for.
She was creative. How so?
She was a sculptor. Several galleries were interested in her. Said her work was fresh.
Do you mind if I examine Neff's room?
I didn't want to disturb anything. Her clothes, her art, her sculptures, everything is the way she left it. The way it will always be. My baby is gone. Thank you. I'm sorry. I just miss her so much.
It's okay. We've all suffered loss.
I know what it means to lose a daughter. I will avenge her.
Thank you. Please, if it helps you find her killer, look through her things.
We will be respectful.
I'll examine her things.
Like that you have apparently just a one-bedroom apartment. Because there's not like a... I guess this is a door that won't open. Yeah, I guess you have a two-bedroom apartment.
A man from some gallery offered me 4 years' salary for it.
Ooh,
I'd never part with it.
damn. For what looks kind of like just like a vibrator. I can't tell what that is.
Neff, I'm sending you this hologram by the Elcor artist Forta. His
Forta.
work is sublime, but don't stare at it too long or you may go mad. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, love. I can't wait to hear what you think of Forta.
Read the oldest entry.
Hey, diary. Cycle 34, orbit 671. There's a lot to talk about. I dropped Jarut's name, and they let me into the VIP room at Afterlife. I'm sure everyone was staring at me. Then the most beautiful Asari starts dancing near me. She moves like water, form and volume, but shifting, changing. I'm in a trance. Then I'm dancing with her. Later, we went for skewers, and I'm supposed to see her again tomorrow.
So that's the oldest. And then the middle.
Read the middle entry.
Cycle 36, orbit 671. Am I a freak? Morinth is a girl like me, and she's definitely not human. Just when we dance and the hallex is flowing through me, the way she looks at me with a hunger, a longing, no one's ever looked at me like that. We kiss tonight.
So Hallex is the drug. Forta is an artist. Jarut is the name that you used to get in
Read the
to
newest
the VIP
entry.
area.
Cycle 42, orbit 67. She's going to take me to her apartment tonight. Whatever happens, I want to be with her forever. She can sell my pieces. We can live somewhere glamorous, like the women in Vanya that Vid Morinth likes. How did this happen to me? I'm just dumb trash from Omega.
Close the hollow journal.
This is Morinth's work. She's attracted to artists and creators. Someone with a spark, slightly isolated from their peers. She impresses with sophistication and sex appeal. Then she strikes. The hunt interests her as much as the conquest.
Anyone who successfully hunted sapient beings for 400 years warrants caution.
Morinth speaks to you on many levels. Her body tells yours that she'll bring unimaginable ecstasy. Her scent evokes emotions long hidden. Her eyes promise you things you were always scared to ask of another. Her voice whispers to you after she is done speaking.
She sounds more like a highly evolved killer than a genetic defective.
The condition has been present since my people huddled around fires at night. Perhaps it is symbiotic rather than a defect. Storming her den would be a mistake. She will have 100 escape routes planned. She will go to ground and disappear for 50 years or more. This is the closest I've ever been.
So we have to lure her out.
Exactly. Shepard, you read my mind. Afterlife's VIP section seems her preferred hunting ground. You must go there alone and unarmed.
She'll come after me.
You can draw Morinth out. She'll certainly flee if she catches sight of me, but she won't be able to resist you. You are an artist on the battlefield. You have the vital spark that attracts her. Your power will draw her in.
I'm walking into this place with no gun and no backup.
I will be in the shadows watching, Shepard. You will never be alone. This I swear. But you cannot barge in with guns and allies. Morinth is far too cagey. She'd simply disappear. This is a subtle, delicate act. Trust me.
Time's wasting. Let's get over there.
I agree. We can talk more once we're there.
I do kind of wish...
Hello again. Did you find anything? Is there anything I can do to help?
when you actually confront Morinth, I do kind of wish it like actually took control away from you, unless you had met like certain objectives.
Big selection of illegal shit. You could thrive here if you're strong and ruthless. I like it.
What do you want?
What's behind this door?
VIP section of the club.
Someone told me the rest of Afterlife's nothing compared to this place.
Sounds like a smart person. Who was it?
Jarut.
Go on in. Word to the wise. Start a fight, we'll hurt you. Someone attacks you, it's okay to defend yourself.
This is my nightclub attire.
You must go in alone. Morinth will be watching. Like any predator, she is cautious. You must pique her interest enough that she will approach you. When you are face to face, subtly encourage her to invite you to her apartment. I'll follow discreetly, and when you are alone, I'll spring the trap. Know this, until I get there, you are in great peril. She will be planning to inflict horrors on you. If you are not careful, you will want her to.
How can I spark her interest when I'm not even talking to her?
Courage or suicidal bravery could attract her. Hurt someone in defense and she will be excited. But pick a fight and she'll be bored. Show skill at working smoothly through a nightclub crowd. She will be intrigued. She'll want you the moment she sees you. The rest is just a matter of overpowering her caution.
How do I convince her to take me home?
She admires strength, directness, and vigor. Modesty, chivalry, or meekness frustrate and bore her. Violence excites her. You've killed Shepard. She'll like that.
Ooh.
Getting her alone and falling under her sway. That'll require careful timing.
I will be near, and I will come for you, Shepard. Trust me, as I trust and honor you.
Okay. What other things have we learned about Morinth that can help us here?
According to Neff's journal, Morinth likes dancing while on a drug called Halax. Neff's journal mentioned a vid called Vayenya. It seemed to have something to do with glamorous women. Morinth sent Neff a note saying she likes the Elcor artist Forta. Well, Shepard, that's everything we know.
Elcor artist, huh?
Let's get started.
Shepard, we only get one chance at this. Any mistake and Morinth will disappear. If you're the least bit unsure, come talk to me. I will wait here. And Shepard, thank you. I do not share this burden easily, and you are the only soul I can imagine sharing it with.
Hey, do you know where to get tickets for Expel 10? I heard this amazing Asari say they were her favorite band. I just want whatever she wants. I gotta find tickets. Expel 10 is playing tomorrow.
What kind of music do they play?
They're a sensory band. Like, they crawl into you and make you feel things. And this Asari digs them like you wouldn't believe. I could score way out of my league, you know? You gotta help me.
She sounds amazing. Is she here?
She was here a couple of days ago talking about the band. She's here a lot. When she comes back, I'm gonna have tickets.
I don't have any tickets.
If you score some, I got some creds for you.
Hi again. I already said I loved you, though. You're breathing on my drink.
It's hot. Sweaty. Perfect.
So she doesn't like people who pick fights, and she doesn't like chivalry.
Hi. I need help.
But she does like
I don't know who to
violence.
ask. You're human and you don't look high, so you're it. Can you help me out?
Slow down and tell me what the problem is.
Right. Slow down. Sorry, I just don't know what to do. My friend Moira is doing a piece on Omega Games. She's hanging with Florid. He's the worst of the worst.
What is she doing?
A bid piece. She's an investigative reporter, you know? She's trying to profile gang leaders.
Your friend could get hurt.
Yeah, and she's going to. See, Florid's on her. His gang is on the way here, and they're gonna make a mess of her. I have to get a message to her, and fast.
seem to have a lot of information.
I'm her tech. I've been monitoring the gang's comm. The last transmission said Floret's going to splatter her. Man, I'm a tech junkie. I don't know how to handle this.
What do you want me to do?
She and I have a code. If you go over and say 2 words to Floret, my friend will get the message and get out of there. The 2 words are terminal and eternity. In that order. Please tell me you can do that. She's going to die.
It sounds simple enough. Why can't you do it?
I stare at monitors all day. I can't walk up and talk to a gang leader. I'd piss my pants and run away.
Well, she'd also know that something was gonna happen.
Just saying 2 words in a sentence. You can do that, right?
I can do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Remember, terminal and eternity. In that order, just work them into a sentence.
She doesn't like chivalry, though.
The music here used
But
to
it sounds
be
like this
avant-garde.
person's about to be killed, so...
Something I can do for you, lady?
Is there a public extranet terminal around here?
In a club? You don't have an Omni tool?
That is a pretty strange question.
I get by on public terminals. My Omni tool's been broken for an eternity.
That's a tough
I
break.
like that
I'm done
camera
talking to you
shot.
now.
Hey, Floret, I have to pee.
Yeah? Hurry back, Moirol. I'm ready to head out. Bitch isn't coming back. I'm gonna find her.
Oh. Are you still here?
You're an interesting one.
Thank you so much. I really thought she was going to die.
Lots of money on display. Good cred hunting tonight. Hit him in the alley. As long as it isn't one of Arya's people, we're good. We gotta get enough creds to keep ink off our backs. Hey, what are you looking at?
I want you gone from here.
Hey, we gotta pay the man. We work for Hink. You hear that? So, what do you think of us now?
How about I give you enough creds for your boss, then you leave and stay gone. No one gets hurt.
Oh.
Works for me. Let's go.
I'm gonna completely lose Morinth's interest here.
No thanks.
I was hoping that was gonna turn into a fight.
Do you know anyone interesting?
What'll you have?
These are good people, but they look bored. Bored people don't spend much.
And you got an idea for how I could fix that?
A round of drinks shows that you appreciate their business. Your rep will improve and you'll make more money in the end.
Maybe worth a try once. You better be right. Listen up, everyone! We love having you here, so a round of drinks on the house!
I don't know if Morinth likes
My
that
name
or
is
hates
Morinth.
that. Oh,
I've
okay.
been watching you. You're the most interesting person in this place. I've got a booth over here in the shadows. Why don't you come sit with me?
In the shadows.
Some nights I come here and there's no one interesting to talk to. Some nights, there's just one person. Tonight it's you. Why is that?
I know what I like.
Do you?
Just cars. Just give it away right off the bat.
What do you think of the music here?
Dark rhythms, violent pulses. It stirs something primitive in me. What about you?
I'm curious about a band called Expel 10.
They get in my head and tear it to pieces. They're in concert soon. Maybe we should go together. You can lose yourself in the music here. There are ways to enhance that. You know?
What do you think of Hallex?
It slithers through my soul.
This is
Seems
how
like we
people
share some
talk.
interests.
I've traveled all over the galaxy.
Yep, this
It
sudden
changes you,
subject
doesn't
change.
Real travel means going to dangerous places.
Where you can see and do things most people can't imagine. Yes. When I travel, I find myself drawn to dark, dangerous places.
Violent places?
Violence is the surest expression of power.
You must be insecure.
If you're the strongest, you have the power.
That's certainly true. Among children.
Whoever wants it the most is willing to do anything for it, has the power.
Are you willing to do anything for it?
I haven't decided yet.
Now you're toying with me.
Do you know anything about art?
It speaks to the darkest places in me.
Jesus, lady,
you?
we got it.
Do you know the artist Forta?
I didn't think anyone around here knew him. He's sublime. Art comes in many varieties. I've seen vids that were more powerful than a sculpture sitting in a gallery.
Do you know Vaenya?
Do you want to get out of here? My apartment is nearby and I want you alone.
No response to that? Let's take a look around her apartment here. She's got a statue of a Krogan.
A gift from a suitor. The statue's got more personality than he did. Still, he impressed me enough that he finally got what he wanted. It didn't end the way he hoped.
Like,
I love any game where your opponent can believe he is about to win, just before you kill him.
Lady, you need to work on, like, being subtle.
I was into dueling for a while. I love the moment you see it in your opponent's eyes. He knows you're better, and he's going to die.
Jeez, lady.
Have a Hallex if you want. But wouldn't you rather have all your senses be clear and sharp right now? I certainly do.
Alright.
I love clubs. People, movement, heat. I can still hear the bass like the drums of a great hunt out for your blood. But here, it's muted, and you're safe. Is that what you want, Shepard?
People feel safest right before they die.
It's true. We're never safe. I've never understood the fascination with safety. Some of us choose differently. Independence over submission. I think we share that, you and I.
We've both killed many times, but that's where the similarities end.
Why do you say that I've killed? What do you know? Let's stop playing games. Look into my eyes and tell me you want me. Tell me you'd kill for me. Anything I want.
Surprise!
Don't count on it.
But you... Who are you? Oh no. I see what's going on. The bitch herself found a little helper. Marin! Mother. Do not call me that! I can't choose to stop being your daughter, Mother. You made your choice long ago. What choice? My only crime was being born with the gifts you gave me. Enough, Morin! I am the genetic destiny of the Asari. They are not ready to reveal this, so I must die. You are a disease to be purged. Nothing more. I'm as strong as she is. Let me join you. I am already sworn to help you, Shepard. Let us finish this.
Samara's spine has got to be, like, breaking right now.
End of the line, Morinth.
And they call me a monster.
There's not really any reason to ever pick Morinth, other than you want to be evil.
Find peace in the embrace of the goddess.
But, like, it's not even really a renegade
I am ready
choice.
to leave
It's
this
just an
place
evil
and get on with
choice.
my life. Are you ready to go as well?
Do you want to talk about what happened?
Shepard, what do you think I will say? What can I say? I just killed the bravest and smartest of my daughters. There are no words. I will try another time. For now, show mercy on a broken old warrior and let us leave.
Let's go.
The new outfits, assault rifle damage, Got 30,000 credits for that. Alright, Samara has dealt with Arda Yakshi. She remains loyal to Shepard personally. Loyalty of the Justicar beyond question, given apparent bonds of oath rendered to Shepard. Better than hoped. Cerberus activities will not be affected further by presence of Shepard's team. Cerberus activities will not be affected further by presence of Shepard's team? I don't know what that means. Relieved to have Justicar's mission completed, unfortunately, body of Arda Yakshi could not be taken for study. Genetic abnormality could have been useful. Subject's expertise would have made her a valuable team member if sociopath tendencies were mitigated. That's a big if. Alright, let's see. Can we go tell... Oh, no, we can't go tell this girl that her daughter has been... avenged. I think her name was Diana, or Diane. And her daughter's name was Neff.
Come on, let me in. Ari's expecting me. Oh, annoyed.
Let's see if I can go talk to Arya.
Just one more. There's much better moves to you than
What do you need? You should find a nice young man to keep you warm in the meantime.
Anybody here seen my dad?
Shepard, your neck is gonna break. Like, you're looking everywhere except in front of you. I never understood why they did that for this game.
Come on, let me in.
Okay, so that's Samara's loyalty mission. Next we'll do Miranda's. Which I think is on Ilium, but I'm not sure. And then Jax is on her own planet.
How may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Morinth haunted my dreams and waking hours equally. For the first time in 400 years, I am free. I am a ruined vessel of sorrow and regret, but I am free. It is not a feeling I can describe.
Was it worth it?
It was never a question of worth, but of need. I had to take the action I did, as did she. This was never a story that would have a happy outcome.
You did your duty. What about your feelings?
One of my daughters is dead. My hopes, my dreams were all bound up in my children. Still, my feelings have always come after my duty. The same is true of you.
You said that Morinth was a monster, but she was still your daughter.
She was the strongest and smartest. She would not accept the injustice thrust upon her. She fought to the end. I am so proud of her, Shepard.
Killed her for being what she was.
And I would again. But I also know what it means to leave everything behind and fight. Do you realize that she went on the run at the age of 40? I do not know human years well, but it is very young for Asari.
That would basically, presumably, be more or less the equivalent of a teenager.
What will you do now that Morinth is gone?
Assuming I survive your mission, I am a Justicar. injustice still exists, and perhaps even other Ardat Yakshi.
There's no way to correct the condition, Miranda?
We are an advanced species, but we don't have magic. When the trait manifests at maturity, it is too late for mitigation. It only occurs in purebloods like myself. Perhaps that is the root of the stigma regarding Asari-exclusive pairings. I don't know.
I thought Ardat Yakshi were extremely rare.
Asari have spread to many worlds. There are remote regions with no government oversight. If I travel to those worlds and they do exist, I will find them.
Orinth claimed that her condition was the future of the Asari race.
Morinth would say anything that served her cause. Ardat Yakshi are sterile, Shepherd. That wouldn't be a particularly viable future for my people.
You don't want to settle
That's
down?
fair.
I did. I returned to my homeworld and tried to start a family. I will fight and struggle all my life. That is my fate. When I die, it will not be in bed. I am at peace with that.
You still control the direction of your life.
I have chosen this path. I truly am at peace, due in no small part to you.
How are you?
Perhaps we could speak later. I wish to meditate. Of course.
Okay. So we talked to her. Let's go talk to Miranda. I want to do Jack last for a very specific reason. I want to make sure my Paragon is full. It looks full right now, but it might not be completely full. It might only be like 99% full or some crap like that.
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty?
Father.
There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
Is it this shot? There's one shot that used to like be focused on her butt, on Miranda's butt, that they moved the camera up so it's not looking at her butt anymore.
So you think your father's tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
Oh no, it's that one. It's this one right here. So they moved the camera up, and it seems like they put her out of focus. A lot of people were really upset about that, but it's like, this has nothing to do with anything.
Sister? She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life, and she's going to get it no matter what.
Did your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus, and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
But people are like, it affects her character because she's supposed to be this perfect specimen. And it's like, she's talking about her sister right now, dude. It's like, it was a pervy shot. That was the whole joke of it.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent.
That's why
I'd like
it turned
to go to
into
Ilium
a
when
meme.
Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is
Ilium.
Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nurse Astra docking bay.
Yeah, it became a meme because it was so wildly inappropriate, basically. Because
If we have time, I'd like to go to Ilium and relocate.
I'll let you know, Miranda.
Of course, Commander.
it has nothing to do with anything, and then all of a sudden it's just like, here's Miranda's ass. If you're upset, if someone is upset about that, I have nothing to say to them. Like, Ooh, I got a letter from Zen. This is the one that's voiced by Claudia Black. Shepherd Vast Normandy. I've been digging through the Alarai. I just wanted you to know that I did find a few things from the experiments Rael Zora was conducting. Had you shared them with me, humanity might have reaped the benefits. Instead, once my own experiments are complete, you and your people will watch from a distance as the Quarian people reclaim not just their homeworld, but the largest synthetic army in the galaxy. Rael Zora's death will not have been in vain. I will complete what he started. Cordially, Admiral Darozen Vasmore. I wonder if the person that wrote this knows what cordially means. Or if they just thought it was a sign-off, a generic sign-off. Because that word does not go there. Okay, so we go to Ilium. We do Miranda's mission. Samara's whole loop took about 40 minutes or so. I never did. I'm gonna have to do like a special once I'm doing the find the side quest thing. Whew. Okay, so Miranda and Jack. I really want Jack to come on Miranda's mission and just have like no reaction whatsoever to anything that's going on. You're both biotics, so... Also, it's funny that the the two that kind of hate each other the most are the ones that are like the most revealing in their clothing choices.
You have to give the Asari credit. Ilium is a cultural marvel. Humanity can learn a lot from their ingenuity.
No, you don't understand. I lost it somewhere near the transport terminal. It can't be replaced. It's a token from my bondmate. It's the only thing my child has to remember her father by. Please, if you find it... No, I understand. Pardon me, I'm on a call.
So she's got something.
25. Sell at 25.
No, you're not. I want to buy it up. Buy it. Lots of money here. Soft people who'd make good victims. This place is one bad day away from becoming Omega.
I don't... You're trying to be the Joker right now?
Do you have anything flashier?
Where exactly am I supposed to go for Miranda's? Miranda's in the Eternity Lounge, okay.
I want something that says, I own this room.
The council thought that Blasto, the first NR Spectre, would play by the rules.
Blasto, the Hanar Spectre.
It wonders whether the criminal scum considers itself fortunate.
See, the jokes in this are a little too on the nose. The joke about Hamlet was that the Elcor... Part of it was that the Elcor couldn't be actors because of the way they talk and everything like that. And then Francis Kitt was excited to give people a chance to judge Hamlet by his actions and not his emotions. Which the point of that is you're supposed to judge him by his emotions and not his actions. And so that's the joke. And then in this one, they give the thing where they actually like include clips from it, and you're just supposed to laugh, and you're like, ha 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 ha. There's dry people acting.
deserve somebody who respects you. Somebody who's going to treat you.
Ms. Lawson, I'm glad you've made it. We've had a complication.
What happened? Is Ariana all right?
She's fine, but you listed a man named Niket as your trusted source. He contacted me, warning that your father has sent Eclipse mercenaries to make a sweep. He suggested that the mercs might be watching for you personally. He's offered to escort Oriana's family to the terminal instead.
You didn't mention anything about Niket.
He's a friend. He and I go back a long way.
Do you want to bring in any of your other Ilium contacts, Ms. Lawson?
No. You and Niket are the only two I trust on this.
What information do you have about the mercenaries?
I've confirmed that they're Eclipse, and that they're working for an organization Ms. Lawson warned us about. I could try to alert the authorities, but so far they've done nothing illegal.
You made the right decision. We'll handle this ourselves.
It's your sister, Miranda. What do you want to do?
Lantea, we'll follow Niket's suggestion. Shepard and I will take the car and draw their attention. Have Niket escort the family to the shuttle. Give him full access to the family's itinerary, just to be safe.
Understood, Ms. Lawson.
So the plan is for us to get shot down by Eclipse while your sister gets to safety?
Eclipse will be under orders to take my sister alive. They won't risk anything that could kill us.
I doubt Eclipse will send all their people just to stop you. Do you want to give Niket any backup?
Niket can take care of himself. Besides, any armed backup just draws attention to him.
How about like one person, though?
I'm ready whenever you are, Miranda.
We've got quite a squad,
Thank
and
you,
some of
Shepard.
them are
I
much more
appreciate this.
dangerous than they look.
I hadn't planned on Eclipse, but they never planned on you.
Such as Morden. They do that in the suicide mission where they have you like choose people to go and stuff. Would have been cool to include on this kind of thing. Alright, let's let Jack see Miranda as a human.
Damn it!
I'm sure she'll have plenty
Eclipse
of reactions.
mercenary gunships. They'll be dropping troops into cargo areas.
Put us down in that cover behind them.
Let's hope they really do want to take us alive.
Hold fire! I said hold fire, damn it!
Good flying.
I got this.
Since you're not firing yet, I trust you know who I am.
Yeah, they said you'd be in the car. You're the bitch that kidnapped our boss's little girl.
Kidnapped? This doesn't involve you. I suggest you take your men and go.
Think you've got it all lined up, huh? Captain Inyala's already moving in on the kid. She knows about Niket. He won't be helping you.
What do you mean Niket won't be helping us?
Nothing you need to worry about. Nobody's gonna get killed unless you do something stupid. You walk away now, the girl goes back to her father, and everybody's happy.
Everybody but my sister. And me.
Should we be talking to Captain Inyala about this?
You don't want to talk to the captain. She's not as polite as I am. She's the best commando I've ever seen. I've seen her tear people in half with her biotics. And she's getting paid a lot to stop you.
She gets in my way, she'll never have a chance to spend it.
Wait, Miranda, you said she was your twin sister.
That what she told you?
She's a clone.
No, this crazy bitch kidnapped our boss's baby daughter. He's been looking for her for more than a decade.
It's complicated, Shepard. We share the same DNA, just not the same birthday.
You took a baby from the richest guy in the galaxy, lady. I don't know what your damage is, but you're not getting away with it.
You're not getting Miranda's sister. If you push this, it'll go badly for you.
Captain Inyala ordered us to give you one chance to walk away. This whole time we've been talking, my men have been lining up shots. When I say the word, we unleash hell on your squad. So I suggest you walk away nicely, unless you want things to get ugly.
Works for me.
They're not backing down. Tell Captain Inyala to send backup.
Can't reach the target.
Now that I can go back. Anything to grab? Nothing. Nothing to grab.
Come on, we need to get to Niket.
Thanks. I forgot what we were doing for a second. We got a lot of biotic power here too. And I think no tech power.
Hang on, I've got one of their radios. I'll patch us in, see if I can get an idea of what we're up against. Shepard, I think I owe you an explanation. Oriana is my twin, genetically. But my father grew her when I was a teenager. She was meant to replace me. I couldn't let my father do to her what he did to me. So I rescued her. She's almost a woman now.
Why didn't you tell me that we were saving a kid?
She's not a child. She'll be 19 this year. But, well, it didn't seem relevant at the time, I suppose. There are people who'd use her against me. I'm very protective when it comes to Oriana. I'm sorry I didn't trust you sooner. You deserved to know.
I can understand choosing to go your own way, but you stole a young child from her father.
If you knew my father, you would understand. I wasn't the first one he made. I was only the first one he kept. I was brought up with no friends, pushed to meet impossible demands. I wasn't a daughter to him. I don't know what I was. Oriana has had a normal life. I made the right decision.
If Eclipse knows where Oriana is, they'll be moving in on her soon. We need to hurry.
Agreed. I'm a bit worried by what the Merc said. If they've got to Niket somehow, this is going to be harder than I'd planned. According to the specs I reviewed, we'll need to cut through the cargo processing yard to get to Oriana.
Can you tell me anything about the cargo processing yard?
We'll be moving through conveyor systems. There'll be a lot of movement. Finding targets won't be easy. We'll need to stay sharp. And these cargo transports carry hazardous materials. So watch what you shoot at.
I hope your friend can be trusted.
Absolutely. Niket is one of my oldest friends. I guess you could say he was my only real friend. He's the only person I didn't cut ties with when I left my father.
Is there a chance your father could be using Niket to get to you?
I'm sure he's tried, but Niket's one of the few people who understands what my father is really like. I trusted him with my life when I ran from my father, Shepard. He won't betray me now.
Let's go find Niket and Oriana.
Right.
Well, whatever happened, Oriana's 18 at this point. She can make her own decisions.
They're on the far side of the conveyor line. Time your shots.
Hello, dead people.
Just out of curiosity.
Watch the fire! I'll kill you all!
That sounded like a dude at first. Because I was still warped, and so it was pitched down and everything. Wait. Oh, huh. Okay. For some reason I thought that was the way through. Over there.
I'll take it.
They're right ahead of us.
Can't target them!
That's the way forward. Even though it's going backwards.
What's this?
Starhack 3 space. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Can't get.
Ow.
Got no shield. I'm sending out a drone. Stop me.
All this hacking in the middle of like a firefight. Oh. Too far down to grab. Right, because who doesn't like hacking things in the middle of a firefight? It was a firefight! I think that's how that goes. I haven't watched Boondock Saints in a very, very long time.
Eclipse operatives have attempted to delay you by disabling
It's getting pretty close to 20 years.
Get to cover!
But I do own it. Sounds like you suck at choosing loyalties, Miss Cerberus. Nose itches. Nose itchy.
Maybe the captain knows we're listening in and she's feeding misinformation about Niket making a switch. Or maybe it means something else. Niket wouldn't do that. Damn it, why won't this thing go any faster?
I'm actually finally gonna need to buy some new nasal decongestant. I haven't used any today.
What makes you so sure that Niket wouldn't turn on you?
He could have turned on me when I ran away. I'm sure my father tried to buy him off. If he didn't do it then, why would he do it now?
Did Niket know that you took Oriana from your father?
No, he just found out about that recently. It was too personal to involve someone else. I never really thought about it, but maybe... No, he'd have to understand why I did it. He knows what I went through.
Well, you know him, Miranda. If you don't think he'd betray you, then I'm sure there's another explanation.
I don't know, damn it. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. And then I'll have a word with this Captain Inyala.
Inyala.
Listen to me. I've got authorization to change their booking.
I'm sorry, sir. We're under security lockdown. Until the situation in the cargo terminal is resolved, no passengers can be rebooked.
This isn't worth my time, Niket. I get paid regardless of how the girl gets there.
No. I was told that I could handle this my way. We're not traumatizing the family any more than we... Miri.
This should be fun.
Ooh.
Niket, you sold me out.
How do you want to handle this, Miranda?
Why, Niket? You were my friend. You helped me get away from my father.
Yes, because you wanted to leave. That was your choice. But if I'd known that you'd stolen a baby...
I didn't steal her. I rescued her.
From a life of wealth and happiness, you weren't saving her. You were getting back at your father.
How did Miranda's father turn you?
They told me you kidnapped your baby sister all those years ago. They said I could help get her back peacefully. No trauma to the family.
I told them you'd never do that. They could go to hell. And you finally told me what you'd done. I called them back that night.
Why didn't you call me, Niket? We've been through a lot. You could have at least let me explain.
I deserve to know that you'd stolen your sister, Miri. I deserve to know you were with Cerberus. But I had to hear it from your father first.
How much did Miranda's father pay you?
A great deal.
Damn it, Niket! You were the only one I trusted from that life.
He knew you felt that way. That's why he bought me.
So you just took his money?
Don't get holy with me, Miri. You took his money for years.
I knew Eclipse was willing to get their hands dirty, but kidnapping a kid?
I'm not stealing her. I'm rescuing her.
Oh, funny.
Come on, Niket. Let's finish this bitch off and get out of here.
Take your best shot.
I was just waiting for you to finish getting dressed. Or does Cerberus really let you whore around in that outfit?
I like her. Are we still recruiting?
Wait, you're not really wearing anything better over there, Jack. You should probably keep that to yourself.
Whether or not you agree with Miranda, Oriana has been with her family for years now.
Her father can still give her a better life.
You don't know what my father wants for her.
I know that I've been poor, Miri. I didn't much care for it.
He wants to
Poor
take a
Mary.
girl away from the only family she's ever known. Doesn't that tell you what he really is?
If you're working for Miranda's father, that means he knows about Oriana. We need to find a new solution.
Miranda's father has no information about Oriana. I knew you had spy programs in your father's system, Miri, so I kept it private. I'm the only one who knows.
Which means that you're the only loose end. This isn't how I wanted it to end, Niket.
Miranda, wait. You don't want to do this.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
This has to end here, Shepard. My father will keep trying to find Oriana.
Maybe Niket can help. Talk to your father. Just say you got here first.
I'll tell him that you hid her. That I don't know where she is.
I never want to see you again, Niket.
Done. Now, if you don't mind, I have a shipment to deliver.
You'll die for that, bitch! Hostiles to the right!
Weakening their integrity!
Can't target them!
Man, it's actually been a little while. Since I had a pulse boost, whatever we call it.
Can't reach the target.
Why? Dead.
Can't target them.
Why can I not target you?
There could be more Eclipse mercs near the shuttle. I want to make sure Oriana and her family get on safely.
Let's just go around and make sure I grab everything. You think Niket's body would still be here? It's for the elevator.
I can't believe Niket sold me out. I didn't even see it coming.
Even with all your upgrades, you're human just like the rest of us.
But I let it get personal and I screwed up. Why didn't you let me kill him? I could have handled that. But watching him get gunned down by that Asari bitch.
You still cared for him, even if he betrayed you.
You're right. And my father knew it. He used that against me. It's always been like this. My father gave me anything I ever wanted. But there was always a hook, an angle for his long-term plan. I threw away everything he ever gave me when I ran. Except Niket. Weakness on my part?
You can't toss aside everything you care about just to be safe.
It's kind of what we do.
My father hurt me, but he didn't break me. As much as he tried
That's
to
what
turn me
witness
into
protection
exactly what
is.
he wanted, I'm my own person.
Any other old friends your father might use against
Usually you take your
No,
family with
I
you,
cut
but
ties
if you
with
don't have a
everyone else.
family.
Anyone I'm close to now works for Cerberus. Or you. My father's powerful, but he won't cross the elusive man.
You still have Oriana.
My father didn't give her to me. I rescued her, but yes, you're right. I still have something. Thank you.
Bow.
No sign of Eclipse. It looks like we're clear. There she is. She's safe. With her family. come on, we should go.
Don't you even want to say hello?
It's not about what I want, it's about what's right for her. The less she knows about me, the better. She's got a family, a life. I'll just complicate that for her.
She doesn't need any details, but would it really be so bad for her to know she has a sister who loves her?
I guess not.
Go on. We'll wait here.
Make for an interesting party. Be like, oh, I have a sister who's hanging out with this tattooed girl who's wearing a belt as a top and this super heavily armed super soldier. And she's prancing around in a leotard. Mission summary. Miranda's sister and her family successfully placed at location redacted. Mother's new job pays well enough to ensure comfort and ease. We'll keep Oriana under observation for her safety only. Miranda Lawson is too valuable to Cerberus, and Oriana's well-being is easiest means of procuring loyalty. Oh, excuse me. Miranda remains loyal to Cerberus and now trusts Shepard. She got a slam that picks them up and drops them. I don't think this game has lift in it, does it? Unless that's Jack's power. Slam might be the next closest one.
If you're hurting for things to do, maybe after work we could catch a vid or something.
Oh, that's sweet. But I'm okay. A little dry spell.
Fleet and Fasula. Because the Turians are military, so they have a fleet.
If this is the best you have, I'll make do. But you're certain
it's a romance story about a Turian and a Quarian. That's why he wants to watch it.
Pardon me, I'm dealing with damn Ilium travel bureaucracy.
Were you trying to get them to help you find this locket?
Oh, Stephen, thank you. Thank you so much. My daughter was young when he died. This is the only memento she has of him. Please accept this. It's much less than I would have had to pay the bureaucrats to authorize a search.
That's an interesting way of phrasing it. It's much less than I would have had to pay them. They'd be like, oh, thank God you saved me some money. I'm still thinking the biggest piece of crap in the entire galaxy is the guy from Eden Prime that was a smuggler who, during his work shift, would fall asleep behind the crates. And then when Shepard came to rescue him, he tried to withhold stuff that he had been smuggling.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
It's good times. Thank you, from my daughter. So Diana, this is related to Samara's quest. Arya Talok told me where to send this. I'm Neff's mother, Diana. We talked when you came to investigate her death. Arya also told me that the dead Asari woman found in one of the wealthy apartments, that she was the one who'd killed my daughter. Thank you. I don't know who brought you into my life, but thank you for avenging my daughter. My Neff deserved better than this. I couldn't give it to her, but you at least killed the bitch who took what little she had away. we did, in fact, do that. Alright, Miranda.
Thanks again, Shepard. Taking the time to help me with my sister. I couldn't have reached Oriana in time without your help.
Anytime, babe.
I'm glad Niket tried to redeem himself, for what good it did. Thank you for stopping me, Commander.
Are you happy about your sister's relocation?
She has what I wanted her to have. A normal life, and the freedom to choose her own path. And she knows she has an older sister. A friend.
Are you gonna talk to her again?
I honestly don't know. For once, I haven't planned that far ahead. I'll deal with it after our mission. I have to stay focused, and she needs time to adjust to her new home.
You never told me what you talked about.
I introduced myself. Her family was shocked. She adjusted quickly, of course. She's as smart as I am. She plays the violin, loves the Adagio movement of Nielsen's Fifth, just like I do. She wants to work in colony development. Told a joke about it. She's really funny. Something we don't share.
Let me know if I can do anything else.
I think I got it from here. My father has no chance at finding her family in their new location. But thank you, Commander. My sister is safe again thanks in large part to you. I won't forget that.
Ooh. Okay, well, we know intelligence. She said that she's as smart as I am. Intelligence is actually partially defined, at least partially defined by lifestyle choices, let's call them. Diet, stuff like that. When you're a kid, makes a huge impact.
I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them. You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes?
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal, the elusive man? Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance I had to be normal, they stole it by trying to turn me into some super biotic. The doctors, the other kids, every one of them hated me. They let me suffer.
There were other children in the base?
I didn't know much about them. I was kept separate. They hated me just like everyone else there. When I broke out, I had to fight through them all. I showed them, but there's a loose end I need to deal with.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't gonna see it. I was wired up in a cell.
Kinda sounds like it worked.
They tortured you just to see if they could make a strong biotic? That's it?
Wasn't in a position to ask, Shepard. All I know is a little girl crying in a cell, begging for the pain to stop.
You love the power they gave you.
They never gave me a choice.
How did you get out of there?
There was some kind of emergency.
Not saying it justifies it, but it does seem to have worked.
So did the guards. I just killed everything in my way and ran. Guess my biotics had developed faster than they thought. I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted until a freighter picked me up. The crew used me, then sold me. That's my uplifting escape story.
You're absolutely certain that Cerberus was running the facility?
I was a kid, but I wasn't dumb. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus. Don't care how far down the chain it was. They thought they were so clever. Turns out, mess with someone's head enough and you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch. Fucking idiots.
I'm going to talk to the elusive man, and he'd better have some answers.
He'll just deny everything. That's not what I'm after anyway. I found the coordinates in your files. I want to go to the Telton facility on Pragia where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place, myself. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
Attacking our allies is gonna derail our mission. Not a smart move.
The files say it was shut down after my escape. It's been abandoned for years. They going to care if I blow up a garbage dump?
You've lived with this your whole life. Why do this now?
Like I said, I found the coordinates in your files. You can't expect me to just sit on information like that.
I'll set a course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
Pragia.
I need to get to Pragia, Shepard.
I'll think about that.
Yep.
So there's actually a whole thing where you can actually sleep with Jack without getting into a relationship with her, and then every time you try to talk to her from that point on, she just says, "Fuck off."
No messages for you, Commander.
Ah, you have nothing to say this time, huh? So finally talk to all of the people. So this is not the last loyalty mission, because there's still Kasumi and Zaeed over here. Kasumi, Zaeed. But those were DLC characters. They don't have discussions in the same manner. The Paragon and Renegade don't really make as much difference.
Launching probe. Probe away.
I got a lot of scanning to do.
Probe launched.
It's a platinum-rich planet.
Probe launched. Probe launched.
I think the biggest thing I still need is element 0, although probably need a little bit of everything.
Probe launched.
Like I said, there are at least a couple planets that are just like... Ooh. That are just like, here's all the element 0 in the entire world. Okay, well, I'm not really coming to... Oh, I found something.
Probe launched.
Depleted. It has little to recommend it. That one actually specifically says, move along. Nothing to see here.
Away. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched.
Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe launched.
So it still said rich until that probe right there. Now we're down to moderate. It's not a huge spike. Oop.
Launching probe.
Depleted. Actually, so back in the day, I think it was before this game even came out, I actually won a competition thing that they gave me, I believe, both Pragia and Purgatory lithographs for free. Which is pretty cool. I have a ton of lithographs. I need to maybe sell some of them. Hold on. Everyone has their Cerberus appearance that can have it. Let's take Miranda. And I'll kind of show what I was complaining about early on. Where I was like, I really wish... Either way, I get a bonus to health. Just this one is slower. This one, I think Destroyer makes more sense, because I don't need the bonus to Paragon Renegade, really. Although I get a 70% as opposed to a 100%. But my Paragon's pretty well full at this point. I don't know what else I could do there. Just like that I have the bottom 4 all full.
I forgot how much I hate this place. See the landing pad? Has to be on the roof, or the vegetation would overgrow it in a few hours.
Shepard, I am picking up thermal signatures everywhere, except at your landing zone.
Something's distorting the sensors.
This was a secret Cerberus facility.
Yeah, they build their equipment to last. Assholes. It was a mistake coming back here, Shepard.
Get a hold of yourself. It'll be okay.
It was your idea.
Fine. Okay, let's get on the ground.
You know what would have been actually really cool? Because we have these loyalty missions and everything. What if, when you get your loyalty outfit, what if the color scheme matched my armor?
Let's just get in there.
Or even you could pick the color scheme. Alternate color schemes are not typically all that hard. I don't know why. games that let you choose outfits like this, why not just let you choose
never saw
between
this
different
room.
color schemes?
I think they brought new kids in these containers. They were messed up and starving, but alive. Usually.
The elusive man requested operation logs again. He's getting suspicious.
When we get results, he won't care what we did. But if he knew...
He won't find out. The elusive man requested operation...
Sounds like this facility went rogue. You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? He didn't say what they were hiding from the elusive man. I remember escaping to this room, fighting here. I saw sunlight through the cracks in the ceiling. Only a half-dead guard between me and freedom. He was begging for his life.
So obviously Miranda does have a little bit to say here. Maybe it's more than I remember. We'll find out. But I remember it not being enough to satisfy me. We'll find out if that still holds us up. Heard that? Sounded like a Varen.
We've been spotted. Looks like an arena. That's right. They used to stage fights here, pit me against other kids. I loved it. Only time I was ever out of my cell. What were they studying? Hell if I know. Maybe that's how they got their kicks. I never understood anything that happened here. How often did they do this? I was in a cell my whole life. Sometimes they took me out and made me fight, filled me with drugs, other stuff. Time gets funny in a cell. Did other children die in these fights? I was a kid, filled with drugs. I got shocked when I hesitated. Narcotics flooded my veins when I attacked. They actually rewarded you for attacking. I still get warm feelings during a fight. What the hell was wrong with those people? I don't know. Doesn't matter now. Let's keep moving. Hell yes.
I don't know. It literally feels like Miranda should be just like constantly talking. She should be talking almost as much as Jack.
Security Officer Zimkel, Telton facility. The subjects are out of their cells. They're tearing the place up. Subject 0 is going to get loose. I need permission to terminate. I repeat, permission to terminate.
All subjects besides 0 are expendable. Keep Jack alive.
Understood. I'll begin to...
That's not right. I broke out when my guards disappeared. I started that riot. Things might have happened that you didn't see. The other kids attacked me, the guards attacked me, the automated systems attacked me. That doesn't leave lots of room for interpretation.
I mean... You were in a drug-fueled haze.
This place is supposed to be empty. Who the fuck shot that Baron? It's a fresh pill.
Must have been your mama. Fuse coming. Wonder if the C is for capacitor.
Taking heavy fire from our thunder landing. Incoming!
can't reach the target.
Is that really not a room I can get up to?
Why didn't you more? This was a small facility.
A lot of children died here. Even then, they were part of the
Hey,
experiment.
Miranda.
Bullshit. I had the worst of it, and I made it out alive.
Why do you assume you had the worst of it? Maybe there were other kids that had it as bad as you, or even worse. You don't know. Nope. That one. Okay, so Miranda is talking more than I remember.
It's strange to be back here. I feel like I'm pissed off. I'm a dangerous bitch, but then I'm a little girl again. Shit, it's complicated. Let's just go plant that bomb. New victim.
I thought she said nude victims there. It's a new victims. New victims.
They kept children here?
Yes, Miranda. Turns out Cerberus is evil. No, you know what really annoyed me? We'll get to that. But there's one thing in particular that really annoyed me. And it happens after the mission. There's a scene that happens that feels like it shouldn't happen if Miranda is with you and seeing this all for herself.
It's a two-way mirror? My cell is on the other side. I could see all the other kids out here. I screamed at them for hours, and they always ignored me.
Oh yeah, huh. It is a mirror.
I must have come through here when it broke out, but I don't remember it. This is a bad place.
The place with the medical chair with the arm straps and everything? You're telling me this is a bad place?
Entry 1054, Telton facility. The latest iteration of Pergnum went poorly. Subjects 1, 4, and 6 died. No biotic change among the survivors. We lowered core temperatures of surviving subjects, but no biotically beneficial reactions occurred. As a side effect, all subjects died. So we'll not try that on Zero. I hope our supply of biotic potential subjects holds up. We are going through them fast.
This is bullshit. They weren't experimenting on the other children for my safety. You can't help what they did to others. You don't get it, Shepard. I survived this place because I was tougher than the rest. That's who I am.
Kind of sounds like no.
You move on. Harder and tougher.
Kind of sounds like they singled you out for a particular reason, most likely biotic potential. Don't do the social Darwinism crap, Jack.
This is valuable.
People that survive in war do not survive in war because they are the best.
It's all fallen to pieces. The subjects are rampaging and Zero is loose. We're shutting Kelton down. What a disaster. We'll infiltrate and piggyback onto the Alliance's Ascension program. Hopefully, that will give... Who what? Zero, wait!
Shepard, they started up somewhere else.
Ascension is an Alliance program. It's a school for biotic kids. They don't torture children there.
A lot of this isn't the way I remember it.
There was a lot going on.
I was dumb.
This
I
Mass
keep my
Effect
eyes open
2?
now, and I always shoot first.
Yeah.
We're getting close to my cell, the place I came from. Let's keep going.
It is in fact Mass Effect 2.
Is this the only mission you've played with Jack?
No. I took Miranda on Jack's mission and Jack on Miranda's mission.
It's Kira. Yeah, you're true to
And I feel like I did Jack for a couple other
We have
things.
top creds. You promised us lots of salvage, but this place is a waste. Fine, we'll put him down. Then I'm coming in there and we're gonna talk salvage.
What are you doing here?
First we're gonna kill you, then we'll see. Kill them on my order. I want them dead. Concentrate fire. I'll fly. Form up now.
Honest Ed, what did we do to you? The AI is like glitching out right now, it's pretty funny. It's just like they're just like shifting back and forth in position. Ouch.
Should have run.
In fact, do not have that for us anymore. Oh, hey. That guy's still alive.
Only room left is my old cell. Whoever Aresh is, he's in there. I want to plant the bomb there anyway. Might as well do it on his corpse.
What? Oh, good. The game's broken again. Hello. Hey. It just fixed itself. Was there? Oh, I thought there was a door up here. Excuse me.
Come out. We know you're here.
Who are you?
My name is Aresh, and you're breaking into my home.
Is this Steve Bloom
I know
again?
you, Subject Zero. So many years have passed, and I thought I was the only survivor.
My name is Jack. How the hell do you know me?
We all knew your face, Jack. They inflicted horrors on us, so their experiments
No, I
wouldn't
think
kill
it's
you.
someone
You
different.
were the question, and I'm still looking for the answer.
Looks like you're not the only one pulled back here, Jack.
I tried to forget this. But a place like this...
Why is
it doesn't
action
forget
Mass
you.
Effect?
It follows you.
Why is what?
I hired these mercs and came back almost a solar year ago. We're rebuilding it piece by piece. I'm gonna find out what they knew. How to unlock true biotic potential in humans. I'm restarting the Telton facility. It will be beautiful.
I wanted a hole in the ground. He's trying to justify what happened by using it?
You do the same thing to new kids. Wasn't this forced on you?
Some were bought from poor families on Earth or kidnapped from colonies. Most ended up here the way I did. Batarian pirates. They did such horrible things to us. They must have had good reasons.
There's no reason good enough. Are you nuts? You lived it.
This place was like a prison. How'd you get out?
We all attacked at once as they were taking us to the lab. They would have put us down. But then Jack got loose. When I came to, it was over. The guards, the scientists, and the kids were all dead. And you were gone.
I stopped it. All of it. Maybe the others did have it bad, but what you're doing is just messed.
Everything we went through must have been worth something.
We can blow up the place, but that still leaves him. What do we do with another you?
That's easy.
Just leave me here. This is where I belong.
Fuck that.
Yeah, Miranda has nothing to say about any of this.
Jack, he's
even though
trapped in
she's
his
Cerberus.
past. You need to move on from yours.
He wants to restart this place. He needs to die.
He's crazy and he's never gonna restart this facility. You have to let it go. Your past doesn't have to control you.
Fuck! Get out of here. Go! He's not worth chasing. None of it is.
You did the right thing, Jack.
Maybe. This room was my whole childhood. Give me a minute to look around.
Go ahead.
Nothing's changed, but it's all different. Sometimes I dream that I'm back in this bed being tortured. I used to tie the sheets around my wrists and try to rip them off. I want to stop coming back here. I used this table for everything. It was like my best friend. I'd crawl under it to cry. I was pathetic. I thought that room out there was the rest of the world. I'd pound and yell. Never did any good.
Okay.
See the scarring on the wall here? That's where I killed my first man. One of the guards tried to stop me. Instead, I stopped him. Okay, no more wallowing. Let's blow this place to hell.
Warp ammo. Facility on Pragia confirmed destroyed. Concerned that previous cleanup crew failed to destroy all records. Surviving facility scientists already dead. Well, then they aren't surviving, are they? Either from uprising or after facility shut down. Jack should have no further emotional issues distracting her from the mission. Right. We blew up the base and now she's perfectly, like, mentally stable.
Disagreement? Can you head it off before they tear out a bulkhead?
I'll deal with it.
Take pictures.
Touch me and I will smear the walls with you, bitch!
Enough. Stand down, both of you.
The cheerleader won't admit what Cerberus did to me was wrong.
It wasn't Cerberus. Not really.
But clearly you were a mistake.
Screw you! You've got no idea what they put me through. Maybe it's time I showed you.
Our mission is too important to let personal feelings get in the way.
Fuck your feelings. I just want her dead.
You both know what we're up against. Save your anger for the collectors.
I can put aside my differences until the mission's over.
Sure, I'll do my part. I'd hate to see her die before I get a chance to fillet her myself.
You two gonna be okay?
It's a good thing you came by when you did. As long as she does her job, we'll be fine. Thanks, Shepard.
Yeah. Okay, let's go talk to Jack. But yeah, I feel like that scene shouldn't happen if you took Miranda with you. Because she should be like, oh yeah, that was really fucking terrible.
I needed to wipe that place off the map. You took me there to do it, and I owe you. You don't know what it's like, Shepard. To have garbage like that following you. It marks you in ways you don't expect.
I've made a lot of hard choices, Jack. Like what to let go.
Hard to walk away from it. You'd think it would get easier now that the place is a crater. But what else do I know?
I never thought I'd see you show mercy, but you let Aresh live.
He was trapped in the past, reliving it every day. You showed how that could be me. I'm not getting stuck like that. I'm better than him, and I'm sure as hell not carrying that crater around with me.
Do you think you're different now?
I know that place is gone. But I still kind of want to kill every person I see. No offense.
You sure about this? I want to do whatever I can to get your head on straight.
Don't get all therapist on me, Shepard. You're not the couch type. I hate that stuff anyway. Bullshit, prison, psych. You did me a favor, and that's enough. More than I expected. I'll keep it together. Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
What do you think of Miranda and Jacob?
Jacob doesn't know who he is, but that's not my problem. Miranda's a Cerberus bitch. Knew that before.
What do you think of our mission?
I know when someone's got murder. Rather do it to them first.
I picked up a lot of resources. Can you use them to help against the collectors?
I figured out those L5Xs. Consider yourself lucky. It's not like I keep a library.
I should go.
Okay, talk later.
Okie dokie.
What?
Nothing. Jack. I kind of hate Jack.
She is the worst character in the entire.
Have you got time to talk?
Sure. Let me just... Come on, you little boshtet! Oh, sorry. I've got a small fever and I'm taking it out on the poor drive core. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Got sloppy while doing some suit repair.
You're sick? Do you need help or time to rest?
Really, it's not that bad. If a stray bit of bacteria could really kill us, we'd have all died by now. The fever should go away in a day or two. Don't worry, it won't affect my performance on the mission. It's not even an illness, really. What we experience is actually an acute allergic reaction.
How exactly does the sickness work? It's an allergic reaction?
Right. Say I get exposed to a human disease, like... What did Navigator Presley have that time? Chickenpox? I wouldn't get chickenpox, but I'd run a fever as my system reacted to the foreign presence. Depending on where it hits me, I could get other symptoms. Nausea, vomiting, everything you'd expect from being sick.
How did you get sick this time?
I took some fire in a fight back on the Allerai. Nothing serious, but I needed to open my suit to check the wound. I disinfected properly, but one of the section seals had taken some damage, and foreign matter got out of the disinfected zone. It was a stupid mistake. You always check your seals before doing local treatment. unless you forget. Then you get a damn fever.
You can seal off part of your suit?
Right. Like dropping emergency doors on a ship during a hull breach. It won't stop an infection that gets into my bloodstream, but it prevents a surface infection from spreading.
Were your immune system stronger before the Geth drove you from your homeworld?
Not as strong as those of most races, definitely. I'm not a biologist, but there's a theory about it. Because our planet lacked insect life, plants developed symbiotic relationships with large animals to spread seeds or pollen. Most viruses on our world were partially beneficial, so our immune systems evolved to be weak. They were more likely to adapt to contamination than fight it.
Quarians are bug people.
But Quarians colonized other worlds. They couldn't have all been like that.
They weren't. Most colonists went through a period
they
of
were
mild illness
originally
before adapting
intended
to the
to
new
be.
environment. When the Geth took the homeworld in our colonies, the sterile environment on the flotilla ruined our immune system's adaptability. Even if we colonized a new world or reclaimed our own, we'd need a long process of bioengineering to recover.
I don't know if I could live inside a suit my whole life.
We are in our suits even among family. The most intimate thing we can do with another Quarian is link our suit environments. We get sick at first, and then we adapt. It's our most important gesture of trust, of acceptance. I haven't trusted anyone enough for that, though. Except, well, no Quarians. You know what I mean.
They were not necessarily bugs, but they were supposed to have, like, a hard outer shell.
I appreciate the thought, Tally. And I feel the same way. But you don't have to prove anything to me.
I know. Nevertheless, I'd be honored to link suits with you, Shepard. You know, if you were a Quarian and we weren't already on a suicide mission. I'm going to tinker a bit more. Thanks for coming by.
Can't you romance her in the first game?
What can I do for you?
No, you cannot. You can romance her in this one if you are a male Shepard.
But she just wanted to link things with you.
Yeah, well, some of the dialogue goes in both.
You got time to talk?
Male and female.
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later? Say what you will about Cerberus. I don't know if it can stand up to
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
So, Kenneth, did you know we've got a crazy woman squatting down in the subdeck?
What? If she touches anything, I'll kill her.
Oh, and the only thing she wears from her waist up is tattoos.
Oh, maybe I should go down and welcome her aboard.
And she's a murderer. Has biotic powers that could crush you with a blink. Hates everyone in Cerberus.
Damn it, girl. Stop toying with me.
Two best characters.
Those are the best characters?
I don't know.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I was just sitting here thinking. The picture, I'm finally starting to get it. There's a tank imprint, the battle at Canrum. A dead Turian, stripped. You don't see them out of their armor much. A Krogan boot on his head, and a claw hammer. It's under the brow plate, pulling it back, right? Eyes have gone black, and you see tension in the muscle. You can feel it ready to snap. I get it.
Canrum isn't ringing a bell.
Death of Shiagar, female warlord. Turians killed her, so they were hunted down and made examples. Even if they won the war, it was the last push before the rebellions ended.
Maybe I had to be there, but I don't get the joke.
There's no joke. It's just great. It's a Turian, and he's being torn apart for what they did. I felt nothing before, but now I get it. It was a good fight. The enemy was destroyed to punish them all and send a message. I get it. I hate Turians. I thought you'd be glad.
Don't start anything with Garrus. I won't have trouble on my ship.
I don't hate Garrus. I hate the Turians. Garrus is just one Turian, and he's your clan. No point in ripping his face off unless he turns on me. It's hate, but it's mine. Okir was blind, and he tried to make me the same. But thanks to you, I have a clan. I'm starting to see why I should care. Anyway, I'm still figuring where I fit, but it made me laugh. Nothing else really on my mind, Shepard. Shepard?
Just checking in. How are you doing?
Humans talk too much. Like the tank. Come back later.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Yeah, Grunt even describes like all of the races as squishy, and then he gets to Koreans, and he's like, well, not them so much. So they were like supposed to have like a hard outer shell.
Back for more? I've done a lot of crazy things, but I never tried to take on a Thresher-Maw on foot before. Standard operating procedure when you get a Thresher-Maw is run the hell away. Pick up sticks, move the hell out. Krogan don't know any better, I guess. Still, hell of a fight. Can't say I blame Taylor's pop. A man does what he has to do to survive. Ran up against a Batarian camp, not too different from that one. Job was to erase the whole thing from the map. Men, women, and the man in charge. Learned that day that despots are cowards. You show them you're in charge, not them, and they cry like little girls. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Alright, I still have Zaeed and Kasumi, the two DLC characters to do.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
That sounds difficult. At any moment, you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
Oh, Mass Effect is making a pro-Second Amendment argument.
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill.
Do not spend too much time talking to Thane, or he'll be your love interest.
Vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
I think I'm already locked into one.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are. Humans often.
It's very sloppy that like his hands are phasing through each other.
Responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser got trembles in the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
See, there, I think if you say just a friend, it's like... That's what goes into a romance.
This crew is pretty diverse. You must have something in common with some of them. Get out of this room and talk to them.
I shall. Consider it. I won't keep you. Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed.
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
I was just thinking about you. My heart goes out to Miranda and her sister. That's a rough situation. I can see why Jack is the way she is. I don't like it, but I get it. It must have been really hard for Samara to ask you to help kill her own daughter. She told me she really appreciated your help. As hardcore as she is, I'm not sure she could have done it without you. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Just thinking.
I just got a message from my wife. I've been listening to my daughters giggle over and over.
That's so cute.
When this mission is over, I'm gonna give her the longest hug she's ever had.
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
I'm interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
There are only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy,
what does a Justicar do?
A handful of us at any time.
Stuff. Samara in particular tracked down Ardat Yakshi, which are like genetic mutation Asari.
I know what an Ardat Yakshi is.
But that's kind
this
of...
code of the Justicar seems
they just follow a
life.
code.
It is 5,000 sutras and
that is basically to go around and like kill anybody who like looks at you wrong.
There is only the code.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
They're basically like super cops that'll like kill you for selling loose cigarettes or whatever.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are
how old
always
is
in my thoughts.
Samara?
She said she was chasing after Morinth for 400 years.
How long have the humans been on the galactic stage?
30 years or so?
I thought the Asari were supposed to breed with humans, and that's why they look so human.
It does not.
No.
However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
You could meet someone who
That's just what Asari look like.
I am nearly 1,000 years old. I know
But they have breasticles.
Yep.
but your curiosity is quite welcome.
That's because when they made BioWare, they were like, hey, remember how Commander Kirk was always sleeping with green aliens? With green ladies? Let's do that, but let's make them blue.
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
I should go.
I'm glad we spoke.
They make a joke in this game. You like overhear people talking about Asari, and they're like, I can see why Turians like them. Turians look exactly like Turians.
But there's no reason for Samara to look like a human if the whole reason they look like humans is because they slept with humans.
Perhaps we could speak later. I wish to meditate.
Unless an Asari like
earnest young man.
physically changes
Miranda
themselves
is
and not their
she
children
carries many
based on
burdens and doesn't share
mate
them with
DNA.
others.
How do you think our mission is going?
Spirits are high. We have a strong team and everyone is committed. Perhaps we could speak later. Of course.
No, they don't. Asari just produce more Asari. They don't breed the same way as humans.
It's not what I said, but okay.
So they don't incorporate human DNA into their offspring. So
I know, that's what I said. That's why it doesn't make any sense that she looks human.
That's just the appearance they chose for them.
I'll see you,
Commander.
Because they wanted to like get all the geeky boys horny, basically.
Yes. If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the Collectors right now.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. Optimizing weapons charges. I'm still trying to figure out how to prepare for this mission. Humans don't deal with stress the way
I thought you'd be used to high risk.
This time we've got Miranda and Cerberus and that Aeon. I just don't see the point in staying quiet and polite. Not when the galaxy. Turian ships have training rooms for this recon scout and I had been... We ended up holding a tiebreaker in her quarters. But not a happy analysis.
It's interesting. It doesn't... It like really wants me to romance him here.
Sure thing.
It's like not gonna move out of that dialogue until I say I want to bang him, basically.
Commander, what can I do?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to
Is
speak with
she
you.
bi?
No.
Disgusting.
I think Jack is? Maybe?
No one gives a shit about Jack.
I wanted to apologize. I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
People complain about gay romances in this game. They complain that there like weren't enough, but literally like half of the romance in this were bisexual or something. Because Kelly up on the bridge she's not one of the companions, but you can romance her regardless of whether you're male or female.
I trust you, but I don't trust Cerberus. Your experiments cross the line.
All the time, yes. But I recall a Spectre who crossed a few lines while hunting down Saren and the Geth. And we'd be lucky to have you. Too many join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
There's actually more gay romances than would be like statistically probable on a ship like this.
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we discovered the extent of the experiments being performed.
I saw your bases years ago. You were using Rachni, Thorian creepers, even husks to make your own army.
The husks were already dead. The Thorian creatures were mindless, and the Rachni were abandoned once we understood their intelligence. We weren't breeding an army, we were breeding expendable shock troops for high-risk scenarios. How many soldiers died in Saren's attack on Eden Prime? How many would have lived if we'd had just a dozen Rachni soldiers on our side?
It's not a good argument because you killed Marines
For your intelligence, you could
intentionally.
have landed any job you wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Morden spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They give me my resources and say do it. And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
And
The
you.
best thing he did was to put you on my squad.
You'd have done fine without me. I may not have believed it before, but I don't have what you do. That fire that makes someone willing to follow you into hell itself. My father got me the best jeans money could buy. Guess it wasn't enough.
You always bring up your genetic tailoring. It really bothers you, doesn't it?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that. Every one of your accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
You're not coasting on good genes, Miranda. Your ability and your dedication speak for themselves.
Thank you, Commander. I appreciate that. I should get back to work, but thank you for coming by. Commander, there's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe the crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to spec. Aside from that, of course, Commander.
Okay, I talked to everybody here. Jacob and Morden. And then it'll be about 5. So maybe I'll do Zaeed.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Let's just talk for a bit. Unofficial. You and me.
You impressed the hell out of me, Shepard. We might actually get through this because of you. Keep it up, I may volunteer for fewer suicide missions. Haven't been this fired up in a long time.
Oh.
It's all you. All of
it. Too serious? Let's stop.
What are you saying, Jacob? Is it time to move things?
Is that who you're locked in?
With you, there's dead.
Yeah, I picked him because I'm like, nobody's ever romanced Jacob. I want to see what it looks like.
I'm not big on words. Talking should be pointless. When I look at you,
you're the first character, you're the first player in all of Mass Effect history who chose Jacob.
I like it. Really wants me to break out of this. It's like, no, seriously, choose this one.
Where would I be
Go
without
with
my
someone
crew,
more
Mr.
interesting.
Yeah. So maybe you could drop that Mr. Taylor business.
Make me.
How do you push my buttons and make me like it? I'll see you soon enough, Shepard. For now, we've got a job to do. Commander, can I help you with something?
Let's just talk for a bit.
Figured we were good, Shepard. Not going too hard, not pushing. There's something I should be concerned about? We've got a good thing going here, something I'd like to see through. Hope you feel the same.
Don't be concerned, Mr. Taylor. Just keep doing
it. Oh, okay.
You're teasing something. We've got a good thing going. Save the drama for the collectors.
Why are you acting like I'm creating drama by coming and talking to
you? Commander, can I help you with something?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
Yeah, unless Ald. Anything else, Commander?
Oh, really? I thought it would change. I thought that would change because of.
We'll talk later.
Shepard.
I got the loyalty of all the main cast. I just don't have the DLC characters.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. Medical matters. Aware that mission is dangerous. Different species react differently to stress. Sexual activity common for humans in such times. Understand it intellectually. Recommend caution when dealing with Cerberus.
You have a recommendation as a doctor?
Watch for bugs. Could be planted anywhere. Can perform exam later if necessary. Will need probes. Biotic ability also gives benefits. Forwarding booklet to your quarters. Includes diagrams, exercises, inventive uses of mass effect fields. Can supply oils or ointments to reduce discomfort. Gave ED electronic relationship aid demonstration vids to use as necessary.
Wait a minute, Morden. You're just yanking me around, aren't you?
Shocking suggestion. Doctor-patient confidentiality, a sacred trust. Would never dream of mockery. Enjoy yourself while possible, Shepard. We'll be here studying cell reproduction. Much simpler, less alcohol and mood music required. Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16, got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps.
Tenure?
Lie about what I was doing. Think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he a genius or a scientific prodigy?
No, wait. Don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Salarian lives short. Mature rapidly by your standards. Don't live much past 40.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No. Aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless, statistics easy to
Aren't Salarians born in pods of like 30?
When doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection.
Don't really
Anthropomorphize
remember.
Galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
They are like hatched, from what I remember.
I mean, they are dinosaurs. Or lizards.
They're more like, yeah, I say they're like salamanders or whatever.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for the government?
No. No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Salarians curious as a people, but
He built the genophage, right? So that was only 40 years ago?
No, he altered the genophage.
Invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved, reward for curiosity, intelligence, drama. Other secrets, more serious. Dangerous if discovered. Signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
The Krogan were like becoming immune to it, and so he like renewed it, basically.
Why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious. Social. Reflexive body language. Can't fake it. Example. Yawning perceived as contagious among humans. Subject observes yawn. Sensory input deactivates left periamygdalar region. Subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Salarian faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this. And I'm glad we talked too, Morden.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Help preserve Galaxy before with genophage. Dirty work. Ethically ambiguous. Problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Morden's Solus biography bit. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case. Regardless. Thank you. Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not now. Working on collect... Anything else?
Is the lab
Quite
working
set.
well?
Just need more samples. More collector data.
Is there any
Cerberus personnel in... Always. Some matters, but
I'll let you
we'll be
work.
here if you need me.
Wait, so what do I really need to get everything as of now, at least. I need 5,000 element 0, 50,000 platinum, another 5,000 element 0, so 10,000. 12,500 element 0. Oh, but that's to retrain powers. And also give myself an additional power, which I don't necessarily
Commander,
care about.
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
From Oriana Lawson. Hope this is the right Commander Shepard. I'm Oriana. My sister only told me a little, but I don't think it occurred to her that I'm as smart as she is. I poked around a little and found an information broker who got me this address. I got to thank her, but I never got to thank you for helping me. My parents don't really understand it, but I know how much Miranda did. How many little things over the years were her looking out for me. I'm not going to tell them. I still want to go to school and get some degrees, but I wanted you to know that I know you saved me. I had a guardian angel all these years. I don't know if my sister has anybody. She said that she's working for you, and it was pretty clear that you were doing something dangerous. Make sure she comes back alive, okay? Oriana? P.S. Don't tell her I sent this. That would just make her angry. P.P.S. Miranda, quit looking at Shepard's messages. Oh, and don't act like you don't. It's what I would do. Fascinating.
How may I help you, Commander?
Like this character. This character is a
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
bisexual
Nothing
romance
right now.
option.
Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment
I
to
always
talk?
have time for you, Commander. Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
I need...
Hey, Commander. Glad we figured out Jack is crazy, because that was really up in the air, just hanging there.
Nice.
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything again. I'm not saying anything about Jack. I'm not... It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go...
That's it for
See
now.
you, Commander.
I'll see you. Oh. I hate how it does that. Oh. It's all tiny, and then I go to scan, and it's like, whoop! It's the same size as every other planet.
Probe launched.
What did I say? I really needed platinum
Launching probe.
and element 0.
Launching probe.
Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away.
What do these things give you if you collect them?
Probe launched.
You use them on upgrades. So you have to do it somewhat to make your ship actually able to survive the final mission. And then you also spend them on like making your own weapons more powerful and stuff.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched.
They're like, well, people hated scanning, people hated doing this in Mass Effect 1, so let's make it worse in Mass Effect 2. Damn it.
Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe.
I think I mostly just need platinum at element 0, though.
Probe away.
I think maybe I just needed 50,000 platinum.
Launching probe.
So maybe I'll finish off this planet.
Launching probe.
And then see if I even need to do any more scanning in the future.
Probe away.
Oop.
Launching probe.
Did not mean to do that.
Probe launched. Probe away.
Because this I need element 0. I can buy this, but it actually doesn't do any good, so I didn't really even need that. And then everything else I just need element 0 for. But that upgrade just makes it so I can get rid of my facial scars, which I think I've already gotten rid of my facial scars by being a good guy. Okay, so we're landing, it's 5 o'clock, let's take Zaeed. Hey, her outfit is a little bit better. She put a top on, is basically the difference there. Oh, crack. I don't think any of this matters. Oh. Who's this? People sending weird text messages. I might cone to games tonight. Address.
Tapping into Blue Sun's communications. Stay tight and look out for ambushes.
Squad Bravo, a shuttle landed near your location. Check it out.
Here we go. Keep close. Shot in the back and left to rot. That's definitely Vito's style. Let's push ahead.
I mean, I'm already way ahead.
Command to Bravo, take a position. Likely these people are not runaways.
You monster.
There's a mini game in this that you have to like kill as many of them as possible. Ah, I got shot.
Can't reach the target.
Going silent.
That's not what I thought I had. Okay.
This is Commander Santiago. If any of you retreat while the intruders are still alive, I'll kill you myself. Now get the hell back out there.
Vito. Sounds like he hasn't changed.
I get the feeling you have a past with this, Vito.
I knew he was a sadistic bastard back when we started the Blue Suns. The Suns only got meaner after he staged his little coup 20 years ago. So yeah, we have a past.
Why didn't anyone tell me you founded the Blue Suns?
Because it's not common knowledge. Vito wiped me out of the records. He ran the books, I led the men. Worked real well for a while. Then Vito decided to start hiring Batarians. Cheaper labor, he said. Goddamn terrorists, I said.
20 years.
Oh, he's a
long time to
racist.
hold a grudge.
I mean,
A grudge?
it's not
Vito
completely
turned
unfounded.
my men against me. He paid 6 of them to restrain me while he put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger. For 20 years, I've seen that bastard every time I closed my eyes. Every time I sighted down on a target. Every time I heard a gunshot. Don't you call that a goddamn grudge?
You survived a gunshot to the head?
Yeah. And you survived your ship getting disintegrated. A stubborn enough person can survive just about anything. Rage is a hell of an anesthetic.
We better get moving.
They're at the southern axis. All squads mass at the gatehouse. Now!
They know we're here. Bring it on, you son of a bitch!
Can't tell if I'm glitched or if Commander Shepard is just staring sideways.
Squad Charlie, Delta, mass at the gatehouse.
Glitch. Glitch, glitch, glitch.
Zaeed Masani, you finally tracked me down.
Vito.
Don't be stupid, Zaeed. I have a whole company of bloodthirsty bastards behind me, ready to kill or be killed on my command. Actually, take your shot. Give my men a reason to put you down like the mad dog you are. Again. What was that? Gone nearsighted, old friend.
Burn, you son of a bitch.
You just signed your death warrant, Masani.
You didn't even kill him.
What the hell are you doing?
Stop doing shit.
Opening the gate.
We don't sacrifice lives for the sake of the mission. There's always a better way.
Like what? Wandering out in the jungle for hours looking for another way in. You want to waste time out here? Go ahead. I'm gonna kill Vito.
You're endangering lives and the mission for your own selfish revenge.
You really want to do this, Shepard?
I ought to knock you the hell out. Thanks to you, we have a burning refinery to save.
Let these people burn. Vito dies, whatever the cost. Firing an impact shot.
Help! We're trapped! We can't get to the gas valves to shut them off! The whole place is gonna blow!
No time. Vito's probably halfway to the shuttle docks by now.
You're willing to watch these people die?
Damn right I am. We stop to help these people and Vito gets away. And if he gets away, I'm blaming you.
We're here to free these people. We're going in.
I knew this was a mistake. If we're gonna do this, we'd better get to it.
Okay. Oh, we have to keep going. Not all of the fire is out.
Hey, I'm a piece out.
Okay. Later.
This is valuable. This might be useful.
Which one? Oh, this is the flamethrower.
We got company.
I don't want the flamethrower. I want the missile launcher.
First person to bring me Masani's head gets something special in their paycheck.
There was a flamethrower guy there, and if you get hit by a flamethrower, you're as good as dead, no matter how much health you have or anything like that.
First person to bring me Masani's head gets something special in their paycheck.
The first person to do it.
You brought Shepard with you, and you
As opposed to, like, the third person. To
Going
bring
dark.
his head.
sons. I took your life. Now I'm taking it again.
Oh. Damn, Kasumi. Oh, are you kidding me, Zaeed? Don't run out. Oh my gosh.
Heavy weapons, get down! Going dark. Shield.
Are you kidding me? You two, stop running directly in front of me.
That fuel tank's coming loose. Shoot it! Bring it down on top of them.
I'm kind of okay with the fuel tanks as they are. I feel like they burn anybody that gets too
This'll
close.
put them down. Get out or calm down. You just cost me 20 years of my life. Ah! Son of a bitch! Oh.
Zaeed, you alright?
The hell do you care? I'm fine. Now come on, get me out of this shithole.
I'm not sure I need a man like you on my ship.
If you didn't need me, Cerberus wouldn't have paid my fee. I'll do what I was paid to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Now stop screwing around. Let's go.
You put your own goals ahead of the mission. That's not the way this works.
I've survived this long watching my own back. No time to worry about anyone else.
You're part of a team now, Zaeed. There's no way we can do this unless we're all working together.
You have a point. I'm not done with Vito, but I can put that behind me long enough to get your mission done. Let's get the hell out of here.
Inferno grenade. Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoria has been liberated, though the company will have to spend millions to rebuild. Although Vito Santiago escaped, Zaeed has accepted Shepard's command and appears focused on the mission. This guy's creeping me out a little bit. You're asking a lot of questions
Commander,
about
you've
stuff.
received a new message at your private terminal.
Pragia facility update. Commander Shepard, contacting you per Elusive Man's instructions. He believed you would want to know that he had ordered Subject Zero's project shut down before the riot broke out. Cerberus personnel arrived to find all guards dead, along with most of the subjects. Any surviving children were treated for injuries, given mild amnesiac treatments, amnesic, and delivered to Alliance facilities as survivors of slaver attacks. A few surviving doctors were forcibly retired for their role in the project. Per your reports, the facility on Pragia has been destroyed. So they're claiming they had nothing to do with it, basically. Alright, so I got Zaeed's loyalty. That was quick. I might as well try to go do Kasumi's. I should have enough time. I got about 40 minutes. I can extend that a little bit if I have to. And then with any of these, I'm really just... I don't need to scan stuff anymore unless it has element 0. Which I might actually just skip actually scanning any of them. can figure out which ones have element 0 and do those separately. This one's depleted. I'm curious why it even has a scanner. Okay. So this will be Kasumi's mission. We're trying to get her ex-partner's gray box back. Oh yeah, and it'll only let me take her with me.
Looking good, Miss Allison Gunn. Hawk won't be able to keep his eyes off you.
I assume Allison Gunn is my cover?
You run a small but talented band of mercs out in the Terminus systems. Precisely the type of person Hawk respects. I took the liberty of giving you a reputation. Papers, witnesses, article in Badass Weekly. Just don't start talking business with him, and you'll be fine.
Take it I'm wearing this getup for a reason?
You'd look really out of place at a society party in armor, don't you think? You look great. You should wear this stuff more often.
Remind me, what kind of man are we dealing with?
Hawk's a weapons dealer and smuggler. He killed my partner and stole his gray box. Other than that, he's not so bad. Rich, charismatic, willing to crack open a man's skull to get at the neural implants inside.
Kasumi is basically like an anime character.
Now's probably a good time to fill me in on the details.
You have been waiting patiently. Our friend Hawk is throwing a party for his closest friends. A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers you'll ever want to meet. All bringing gifts as a tribute to the man himself. Our tribute is a lovely statue of your old friend Saren, rendered with loving detail and filled to the brim with our weapons and armor. You can keep your pistol as long as it's concealed. They won't hassle you over a sidearm. Once inside, we'll make our way to Hawk's vault door, somewhere in the back of the ballroom. Then, we case the security and start peeling away the layers. The statue should be there, waiting for you to crack it open and arm up. Then we just waltz into the vault and take back KG's gray box. And I'll finally get a chance to say goodbye.
You've worked really hard on this. KG must have meant a lot to you.
Was I that obvious? KG's gray box holds a lot of priceless personal memories. It's all that remains of who he was. But the secret he discovered is dangerous. I wouldn't bring you here if it wasn't.
This ought to be interesting.
That's what I'm going for. This is our stop.
We're really gonna risk that they don't know who Shepard is?
After you, Ms. Gunn.
Hold a moment, ma'am. There seems to be an issue with the statue.
Is there a problem here?
No, Mr. Hawk. Just doing a scan.
I don't believe we've met. Donovan Hawk.
I've heard a lot about you. Name's Allison Gunn.
And I've heard a lot about you. You've been very busy lately, if the extra net is to be believed.
Sir, the scanners aren't picking anything up.
I don't think our guests would come all the way here from Ilium just to cause trouble. Do you? You may pass through, Ms. Gunn. You were invited after all, but I will ask your companion to remain outside. You understand, I hope.
Care to explain why my friend has to stand outside?
I don't like the look of your friend, so she stays outside. Simple as that.
Maybe if she wasn't like wearing assassin gear.
No problem. You're the host.
Enjoy the party.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
Any idea why he'd send you away?
No. We've never seen each other in person, and no one knows what I look like. Just watching his ass, I'm sure. I can't blame him.
What do we do now?
We go on with the plan. You'll just have to do all the talking. I'll stay out of sight and stick with you the best I can. We'll keep radio contact in case something goes wrong. We need to find the door and case the security. We'll figure out the next step then.
How did you ever contain that situation on the Olive?
Oh, that? A quick application of force, a little pressure, and bam, done.
Thank goodness. I thought those rabble would dog you for years.
Some say Commander Shepard is still alive. Really?
Hey, guys.
Oh, please. It's wishful thinking at best.
That goes to a security room. We'll probably have to get in there at some point. Let's case the vault and figure out what we have.
His gun?
We need to case the vault, Gun. You can chat up Hawk later.
Alright. I have to go further out.
What's your read on that Archangel guy?
I hear he's dead. Or gone, or something. Good riddance, I say.
Very nice. There's more here than I expected. Password-protected voice lock, kinetic barrier, DNA scanner. Looks like an EX700 series. Everything a vault needs to be impenetrable.
This gonna be a problem?
Please, remember who you're talking to. We'll need to get a voice sample for the voice lock. You'll have to go chat up Hawk for that. We'll have to find a password too. DNA, child's play. We should find plenty of DNA samples in Hawk's private quarters. And the barrier? Cut the power. Never fails. If we can find it. KG could get through a system like this in his sleep. And I'm better. Let's get to it. We still need the password and a sample of Hawk's voice to get past that scanner. It looks like the barrier's power cable runs under the floor here. I'll set your Omni tool to scan for electromagnetic fields. One sec.
Fortunately, nobody's over here.
That should take care of the barrier.
Okay, we also need to get over to his private quarters. Security Chief Rowe.
Chief Rowe, huh? She sounds like a hard ass. If we could tap into the guard's communication.
I hear Mr. Hawk's vault is exquisite.
Oh.
Who could know? He never lets anyone near it.
Like, we're like 10 feet away from people up there. Gonna fall off this time? What's upstairs? Just back into the party, I guess.
Look for anything we can get usable DNA from. Just make it quick and quiet.
It's clean.
It's a plant.
Yeah.
Ha! Found a sample?
Now a credit shit.
1 credit.
empty. Too bad. A cigarette butt would have been a good source. Not a great saliva sample, but it's still useful. We're going to need more than this for the scanner, though. No DNA, but... Looks like Hawk's been trying to crack KG's gray box. Looks like he's missing something. He hasn't cracked the encryption yet.
Well, let's steal more stuff from him while we're here. Nope.
The cleaners don't dare touch treasures like this. We can get some skin cells from the dust. It's probably contaminated, though. We should find another sample.
Holographic interface. Won't find a sample here.
Little progress to report. We have now completed dictionary attacks using words and phrases from 4,800 galactic languages. Research into the Okuda family has not produced any matches. It is unlikely that a random brute force approach will produce a result within our lifetimes. Given the nature of the gray box technology, it's possible that the decryption key may not be a password at all. It could be a memory, an emotion, even a smell. The permutations could be infinite. I suggest that we begin investigating alternate methods for breaking through the security on the box.
We can probably get Hawk's DNA off the datapad. He seems to have obsessed over this. That should do it. Let's get out of here.
Someone got through on the balcony.
How the hell did they do that?
I don't know. Jumped down, shut the guards, broke the window.
You didn't hear someone breaking a window?
Well. Hey guys, don't worry about where I just came from. It's none of your business.
There he is. All you need to do is keep him talking long enough for me to get a voice print. Pull out the charm on this one, Shep. Whenever you're ready. After you.
Miss Gunn, good to see you. That scene at the door hasn't soured your evening, I hope.
I understand the security, but who would dare try to break into Donovan Hawk's home?
Gunn, in our line of work, we attract a certain element. Few understand the pains we take to keep the barbarians at bay. People these days want comfort, entertainment, love. They don't see that the galaxy is fragile. They only have to worry about simple luxuries. Why? Because people like me and you are doing the terrible things that keep the galaxy spinning. This party is for us, the cleaners, the support structure for the galaxy's gleeful delusions of peace. May there always be a market for the things we do.
Just ask a simple question, dude.
I said get him talking, and you got him talking. We've got enough of a voice sample. Let him go.
Enjoy the party, Miss Gunn.
Once we find the password, we can get past the voice scanner. Let me unlock that security room door for you.
Hey guys, mind me, I'm just breaking into security.
Ready when you are. Someone's
You
coming.
can't be back here.
Take him down.
I have an idea. See what you can find.
Let's break into the wall safe for starters. Nance, I have that problem too. So many passwords around here, can't keep them straight. The password for tonight is Perugia, so it's not even that easy to remember. It's no big deal, the voice scanner means the password's only useful to Hawk anyway. After this party, want to grab some beers? Let me know, Samuels.
Got something?
The password is Perugia.
Nancy and Sam?
That's the name
Sam
of
and
the man
Nancy?
who stole the
Sid and
Mona
Nancy?
Lisa.
Is that a Sid and Nancy?
Nice. Now, I just take the voice sample we got from Hawk and... got it. Now we can crack that voice scanner.
I don't know if Sid was his actual name.
Did you hear? Santiago was attacked in his own base.
Really? By whom?
Zaeed Masami of all people. Thankfully, Vito escaped.
Yeah. Look at how teal those Osari are. Like, nobody notices us going all these places we probably shouldn't be going.
Password required. Voice ID accepted. Welcome, Mr. Hawk. DNA identification affirmed. Welcome, Mr. Hawk.
I'll check for security cams. Go ahead and get dressed.
Might be worth inverting the colors on my armor. Do blue with the black stripe. Dragon Age reference.
So this is Hawk's fault. Very nice.
There's an ogre back there.
This scanner will hone in on the gray box. It's not far. Michelangelo's David. Just... wow. Think we could get this out through the door?
What did he do to it? David was specifically removed from where it originally sat.
Hawk has good taste. I'll give him that.
It's just a Krogan.
Ugh. Rachni Queen.
You just said he has good
I guess
taste.
Everything's valuable to
and
someone.
then you immediately went against that.
Doesn't look like much, but that might be one of the most valuable pieces here. Turian art is rare outside of Palavin. For good reason, I say. Creepy.
See, this even calls it a Prothean statue.
I could still get money for something like this, even outside the Alliance. Asari go nuts for this sort of thing.
I mean, that's where it is.
That's... impressive. Not sure what it is, though. This looks like Quarian script. Wow. This has got to be old. When was the last time the Quarians wrote on stone? I feel like its eyes are following me. Yikes. This is nice. Oddly relaxing. Wow. Imagine that thing coming at you in a dark alley.
That's the ogre from Dragon Age.
A model of the Kara. It's like a Turian Titanic, the way I hear it.
And then we got the Statue of Liberty head.
How did Hawk get Lady Liberty's head? Damn you, Hawk!
Damn you, Hawk.
That's a Casa Locust. No, the Casa Locust. The gun that killed 2 presidents. Gorgeous. It even comes with a perfect copy, too. I'm sure Hawk won't mind if we borrowed these.
I'll take it.
All right.
Thank God. There it is.
Don't bother, Miss Goto. It's code-locked. I had a feeling that was you at the door. I knew if it was really you, you'd get through anyway.
You know me. I don't like to disappoint.
I need what's in your grey box, Kasumi. You know I'm willing to kill you for it. I'll admit your skills are impressive. You got into my vault like I'd left it open. But you're still going to die, screaming, just like your old friend.
Let's see
It's
you
got a
try.
weird accent.
This is where your special skills come into play, Shepard. Let's do this.
Can't target them!
Jeez, there's more coming out. Holy cow. There's nothing to take cover behind up here.
Light him up!
I guess there was.
Checking blueprints. There's a landing pad to the east. Let's get out of here.
Joker, bring the shuttle in, now!
It's Miranda. Back.
Damn it! We have to find another way. Broken.
Maybe it's because I'm using the frost shells, but I am having a hard time shooting the heads off the Ymir mechs. I think it's because the frost shells are like freezing it before I have a chance to blow that off. A little bit of white and orange on that first line. There we go.
Shields!
These are full of fuel. It's easy to blast through the wall.
Oh man. Alright, you want to get back?
It'll take heavier weapons than that to blow those tanks.
That's how tanks work. You just go behind them and press a button and they shoot. Oh man.
Here they come.
You still haven't figured out that my name's not Allison Gunn? Oh, damn it. I died just as I was going back into cover. Oh. I do think I want to take some nasal decongestant before I leave tonight.
Kill Allison Gunn. Bring the other girl to me. You hear that?
Going silent. Nice shot. Poking.
Did I pick up? There we go.
It's over. Happened to your boy Doyle.
You don't talk to AJ like that. Murderer, get ready. Going silent.
Oh. Chill with the explosives.
This should come in handy.
It's another tech damage, which again I think is going to take Ezo.
I'll take care of this myself.
What? I can't hear you with your, like, I can't tell if it's a...
Going silent.
Also, you can't take that behind
Can't do
that.
that right now. They're coming from the front.
Can't get...
Said he'd take care of this himself. I think he comes out in a mech, maybe. Hold on 1 second. A lot of people message me at the last minute. It's an hour before the event, and now everybody's messaging me. Some are just verifying information they already had. Oh yeah, it's not a mech.
Incoming! Get down!
Could have done this the easy way, Gold.
Allow me to show you the hard way.
Here they come.
Just regenerate all of his shields.
Look straight ahead. On our right.
That's not what I wanted.
Did you tell your friend, Kasumi?
Get to the ship.
You're doing this for love?
Going dark. Look behind you.
Can't reach the target. Even if you escape, I'll scour the galaxy for you.
Shepard, I need a clear path to the gunfight. Take out these guards.
I'm trying, but they are coming in not faster than I can kill them, but faster than I can find them. There we go.
Got a clear shot. Here we go.
Creepy, dude. They say she's an anime character.
Shields down. Let's tear that thing apart. On our right. You see that?
Careful, men. What the gate turn pretty face?
That's really inappropriate, dude.
On it. Gotcha. Look right.
Ah.
That had to hurt.
embarrassing would that be if I killed the guy and then died to one of the leftover Eclipse members? Okay, so that took right about 40 minutes. I'm not gonna do a whole loop. I'm gonna talk to Kasumi and Zaeed aboard the ship. And then I'm gonna call it quits.
Kasumi, if you're seeing this, it's because I'm dead. The information we found is all here. It's big, Kasumi. If the Council ever got wind of this, the Alliance could be implicated. Kasumi, I encrypted the information to keep it safe. And I uploaded the encryption key to your gray box, so no one could get the whole package. But if I'm dead, if anyone knows about this, then I've made you a target, my love. I'm so sorry.
Keiji.
I know you, Kasumi. You'll want to keep these memories forever. But you don't need some neural implant to know I'll always be with you. Please. Kasumi. Destroy these files. There's nothing more I can do to protect you.
I can't do that. This is all that's left.
Goodbye, Kasumi. I love you.
Is there any way we can just destroy the information?
No. Keiji's a master at encrypting files. He laced the information into his memories. You can't get one without experiencing the other.
If it's that important to you, keep it. Just make sure you're ready to live with the consequences.
Yeah, I am. I'll stay off the grid. No one will know I exist. I think I want this. Thanks, Shepard.
Flashbang. Alright, the heist was successful. Keiji Okuda's gray box was recovered and remains in Kasumi Goto's possession. Donovan Hawk was killed in the destruction of his gunship. Kasumi is Boah. Nope. I have to switch my outfit back. Armor, I want to keep everything basically the same. Oh, really? You can't make the pattern just black? Make it this dark red then. And then like that. Just a slight change. We got all of those. We got all the fishes. Let's go talk to Kasumi and Zaeed, really. I'm not gonna talk to a bunch of other people because I am in a little bit of a rush, but I want to make sure if they have anything to say.
Hey, Shepard.
I listened to it.
I heard about you and Jacob. You were such a great couple.
We
But
were?
he's back on the market, right? Maybe I should start wearing my come hither hood.
What?
I heard about you and Jacob. You were such a great couple. But he's back on the market, right? Maybe I should start wearing my come hither hood.
No? God damn it. Now I'm gonna have to go talk to him and make sure he's not, like, pissy at me for some reason.
Shepard, I was just waxing goddamn nostalgic. Hell of a mission down there on Zoria. Can't believe Vito got away. 20 years of tracking gone, just like that.
Yeah.
But I gotta let that go. We have more important things to do.
It's your fault, dude.
Me and a buddy were hired to take out this one guy, Matthias, I think. Hell, I forget. Turns out it was a trap. We got jumped by a hit squad. 2 Batarians, a Krogan, and a Hanar. Damn jellyfish nearly choked me to death. Wore a neck brace for weeks to cover that up. Haven't underestimated a Hanar since. I should let you go. Talk more later.
Alright, well, I gotta go talk to Jacob right now, because she's pretending like we started doing something and then cut it off. Oh, we didn't. He was acting like I was being, like,
No messages for you.
possessive by coming and stopping by and talking to him that one time.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Let's just talk for a bit.
Figured we were good, Shepard. Not going too hard, not pushed. We've got a good thing going here, so hope you feel the same.
Don't be concerned.
Mm-hmm. You're lucky you're so damn you.
Yeah, he's acting like I'm creating drama by coming and talking to him. Like, dude.
No messages for you, Commander. How may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Okay. So I have basically a ton of side quests to do. I have
Commander.
I assume everything's going well.
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the... See you, Commander.
I have the side quests, I have all the DLCs to do. But I think I need to look into this. I might do all of the DLCs after I beat the main game in this one. But alright, we'll call it quits there. Thanks everybody for checking it out. And I will be back in the next few days for more, for side quests and everything. Thanks for watching.